And I was born by the river in a little thing. Oh, and just like the river I've been running. And ever since, it's been a long time coming. But I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. And it's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Now I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, hey brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there were times that I thought I would last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gon' come. Oh, yes it will.
Good evening. First, we know to God, who should be the head of all our lives. To my pastor, Reverend Spencer Sr., to all ministers in the house, and to the greater congregation. Reverend Charlie asked me to summarize all our lessons for the week, and I'm just going to do that. If there was a topic or a subject that I would give to you, it's the light of God's people. This week was filled with lessons that will make your mind wonder and want to ask the question, does any of this apply to me? Well, whether you think it does or not, we all are guilty of hearing and not listening, following our own path and not God's, and lastly, praying but not believing. Earlier in the week, we learned that Samuel was just a boy when God called him to be a prophet. Like many of us today, God may be calling us or speaking to us and we don't even realize it's him. Samuel thought Eli was calling him, but it was God. Normally when someone that we don't really care what they're saying, or when we don't want to hear what they're saying, we tend to block them out and take what we want from the conversation. But by doing just that alone, it can change the whole area or the whole setting. See, I'm a very stubborn and hard to change person. So once I have my mind made up about something or somebody, nobody can change it but God. And you can ask Q and Dalian, they know. But that leads me to following my own path and not God's. And that hopefully will change one day because God is not through with me yet. That leads to my next point. Psalms 119:9 starts by asking, how can a young man keep his ways pure? There's only one thing you have to do, and that's live according to his word. And it goes on to say, I won't stray from your commands. I will consider your ways, and I will not neglect your words. 18 goes to say, Lord, open my eyes that I may see your wonderful law. In today's time, it's hard for young people to keep their ways pure, just as well as the old. We are offered drugs, being involved with gang-related activities, alcohol, and sex, just to name a few. Although you are offered, it does not mean to give in. Wednesday's lessons was just a simple answer on how to keep your ways pure. Thursday night summarizes that Jesus has all power in his hands. Jairus and his wife had been desperately praying and crying out to God, asking for healing upon their 12-year-old daughter, who was near death. When Jesus returned to Galilee, the crowd welcomed him, for they all were expecting him. That's when Jairus fell to his feet, began to beg and plead Jesus to come and heal his daughter. As Jesus was on his way to the home of Jairus, a woman with an issue of blood touched him. This woman had bled for 12 years, and not one doctor or physician could help her. By just touching Jesus, the woman was instantly healed, and Jesus sent her on her way. Now, if me and you were in Jairus' shoes, we would have a major problem with Jesus stopping to help someone else. We would think, I done pleaded to this man. I done begged him. I done cried. I done asked. And he done stopped to help somebody else. And then someone came to Jairus and told him that his daughter was dead. Don't bother Jesus any longer. Imagine hearing someone tell you that your child is dead. And then you would stop and think, if he hadn't stopped to help that woman, my daughter might still be alive. So, watch how God works. When Jairus arrived to the house, he told Jairus, don't be afraid, just believe and she will be healed. Well, Jesus told them that she wasn't dead, she was sleeping. And the people began to laugh instantly, knowing good and well that she was dead. But Jesus did and said one thing. He grabbed her by the hand and said, wake up, my child. And her spirit returned and she stood up instantly. You and I would have ran out of the house right away to tell the people that our child was still alive. But Jesus said otherwise. He said, go get that child something to eat and don't tell anyone what was done. See, this should let us know that he may not come when we want him, but he is always on time. He should always shine like stars so that the world can see the Jesus in you and I. Yes, there will be days where you want to give in. Yes, you will have to remove some people out of your life. And yes, there will be times when Jesus is your only friend. But I found out that Jesus is really the only friend you need. Psalms 118:8 says that it is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust any man. Let your light shine, no matter who or what gets in your way. Let your light shine, so when your so-called friends turn their back on you, let your light shine when you feel like giving up, and just know that you are a shining star. Thank you.